So this lady and her goons would like us to believe that this is Sky News Australia, that somehow Harry and Meghan are professionally divorced. That is, their couple is no longer working. And so rather than get like a traditional divorce, they've decided to get a professional divorce, which is sort of separating their work from each other so that they can live more independent lives from each other without actually getting a divorce. And they're saying that Harry and Meghan's power couple move to the US is not working. I don't know what they're basing this on. I guess it's just this one trip that Harry took to New York without Meghan. But I seem to see or to observe that William and Kate, I mean, other than that bizarre video that has been largely panned by everybody and their brother in the last year, I have not seen William and Kate making joint appearances either. Even after she was declared cancer free, William continues to make solo appearances, right? So they have been more than professionally divorced as far as I'm concerned. I mean, except for that video, it seems like it's just completely kaput between William and Kate. So it's almost like they're projecting William and Kate's story onto Meghan and Harry. That Meghan and Harry's power couple is not working is such a ridiculous statement. Meghan and Harry were just in Colombia looking as loved up as ever, dancing to the salsa, looking so sexy, so beautiful, so wholesome at the same time as looking sexy. And that's not easy to do, right? I mean, it was just so good that all they could talk about was the fact that there was no commercial profit from it for the UK. I mean, the British media was just having a hissy fit about the fact that all it was this fashion show and, for Meghan, but like they made nothing from it because it was so good, right? So this couple was so beautiful. And that was just last month. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? That was in August or maybe even early September for all I know. So it's probably not even a month. And so the very next day that they returned from Colombia, the media started with all kinds of crazy stories. Meghan is a bully, this and that. And so once that sort of blew up in their faces and backfired because all of Meghan's former and current employees came out in praise of her, right? A and B, she works from home, so we know she doesn't wear high heels to work. So this idea that she's a bully in high heels is just such a lie. A and B, in America, we don't refer to our bosses as bullying us. We say that they're harassing us. So that's just a British lie. Some British person concocted that and put it out there as a story, and it's not. It's a fake, right? It's fake news. It's fake information. So once all that is now dying down, so now they've come up with this thing that Meghan and Harry's power couple is not working. I think the Sun UK even went as far as to say that the fact that Harry went to a tattoo parlor without Meghan, the fact that he was at a tattoo parlor without Meghan is proof positive that they're on the brink of a divorce. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Now, what is the reason that Harry and Meghan's power couple has worked so well? I think for one thing, they were away from the poisonous, viperous people who were actively working to destroy their marriage in the royal family, in the monarchy, and at Downing Street, if we can believe what Boris Johnson just wrote in his memoir, and he being the former prime minister should know, right? There was a real movement from deep, 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 and high, 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 high. I mean, the trajectory was immense, who were actively trying with their subjects in the public sphere to destroy Harry and Meghan's power couple, right? They saw that Harry and Meghan were a power couple in the making. They already were, but it was just going to get more and more and more and more. And they needed to destroy that because they couldn't have someone of Meghan's pedigree usurp them and outshine them, right? And make being royal look so easy, right? So they set out to destroy this power couple. And the power move, and I don't know whether it was Meghan's idea or Harry's idea or whether it was a joint idea, but this was a power move. This idea to leave, just leave the UK, leave the royal family, go out on your own, be your own bosses, work for yourself, make your own money, be private in the sense that you control your narrative. Nobody can be telling the press the inner innards of your relationship, your marriage, your situation, because they don't know because they're not in your house. All of that combined was such a power move that created this power couple that from seemingly the ashes in 2020 where when they moved from the UK have risen up to be giants in the international community to the point that they can now work solo. They don't have to be, doing PDAs to be taken seriously. Not that they needed to do that in the first place, but now they certainly have reached a point in building their brand that they could actually go out solo and still maintain the integrity of their power couple. They come together when they come together, and they work separately when they work separately because they have different strengths. Some of their strengths are similar, so they bring that together on their Archwell. They do what they do their tours and so on and so forth, and then they branch out so that they can have a maximum impact across a broader field. Because when they're together traveling, it's great, but there are other things that can't get done because they're busy. Everybody's just consumed with what Meghan is wearing and how they're holding hands, how they're looking at each other. The body language experts come in and this, that, and the next. It can be very, very distracting and energy sapping. And so you're not going to get much more done, right? Not even parenting of your children. So now they're at a point where they've built such a strong foundation as a power couple that they can start to actually go out and just do the work. They don't even need to have, this power couple image. And if you think about it, in a couple of years when Invictus will be in the UK, they're not going to be able to make a big deal about it because people will get used to Harry traveling solo and Meghan traveling solo for some projects. For some projects. Other projects, we're still going to see this couple moving together, working together, doing the PDAs or whatever it is that the public needs to see because they do play to their audience and to their fan base as well. They have a huge fan base. We love to see them together. We love to see what Meghan is wearing, all the designers and so on. But Harry is now a global statesman. I mean, they have together built up this brand. Meghan is a global stateswoman as well. She is a global stateswoman as well. Plus, she's starting her own brand, American Riviera Orchard. So, they're going sort of in different directions. And this way, they cover a much, much, much bigger terrain than they would if, they're always just together with every single project, holding hands and looking sweetly into each other's eyes. Now she's becoming a CEO of a huge brand. We're waiting for her Netflix cooking show to drop. I can't wait. I just re-upped my Netflix, by the way. Well, not just because of Meghan, but I know that her show will be coming soon and I need to see that. But also, I just, that there was that weekend where I just got so bored. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. So I re-upped my Netflix. I watched all of the Emily in Paris and I just finished the Menendez brothers. So yeah, so I'm up and running. I'm ready for Meghan's cooking show. Can't wait for it to drop. I actually don't know when it's going to drop. If you know, please tell me in the comments if you've heard anything. I think Harry's polo will, his series about polo will drop in December. So, I'm here for that as well. But, the reason that this couple is a power couple and why this power couple has endured is precisely because they took the power back. They took their power back and moved away from these people. Now, these people are still very fascinated. And they're fascinated, don't make no mistake, because this couple made that power move. Nobody has ever had the gumption to do something like that in this way, right? In a powerful way, to be in a powerful position after leaving the royal family. They were supposed to be completely crushed, penniless, coming back with their hats in their hands. Well, Harry would come back with his hat in his hand, and Meghan and her two mulatto children would stay in North America. This is what they envisioned. They did not envision that this power couple would together be so powerful and create such a powerful brand that is so enduring, that can actually stand on their own. I mean, Harry and Meghan can now stand as a couple and they can stand individually. They come together when it is necessary, when they want to, but they have other things going on. They have children who are growing and getting older, who require mommy and daddy to be there, to be present as parents. Meghan is building her brand, American Riviera Orchard, and many other things that I'm sure we are not privy to. She has many investments that she does with various brands and so on. We're not privy to everything they're doing at this time that they begin to do what they're doing. So we'll hear about it by and by, right? But the idea that this power couple is, whatever they said here on Sky News and other places, is wishful thinking. And everybody with eyes can see it. I mean, and if they've tried everything, they even tried to get Harry um, not evicted, but what is the word? Removed from the United States. What's the word? Oh my God. They're trying to get Harry, expelled, but there's another word. I can't think of it right now. If you can think of it, you can put it in the comments. I'll remember as soon as I stop talking. So they get trying to get him, to have the immigration, toss him out of the country. That failed. Okay. They have tried all kinds of stupid stuff. Oh, Harry wants to do royal duties, this, that, and the next. They want Harry to do royal duties because Harry's face on a lot of these royal tours and so on will bring money to the monarchy because they can't get enough money. These people are bottomless dragon pit for money and especially other people's money. William apparently there was someone in England who lost his business or something like that because they sent the 50, he has to pay $50,000 or some craziness to get his money back from the trust that William oversees. However, this, don't quote me about it, but there's something with some man and his business that went into the royal trust, the slush fund, and to get his own business back, he has to pay a dung of money, a dow plop of money to get his business back from William. That was in the news just 2 weeks ago. These people, all they care about is taking people's money, but I digress. I'm talking about the power couple that is Harry and Meghan, and why it has worked is because they made a power move to get out of Dodge as quick. What does that even mean? You know how when people say get out of Dodge, am I supposed to know what that means? Don't tell anybody. I have no idea what that means. What is Dodge, right? But they got out of Dodge. Sometimes sometimes I literally crack myself up. I have no idea like, I say things sometimes, I have no idea what it means. Sometimes I'm sure it's quite dangerous. I'm like, Mary, don't say this. You don't know what it means. What does get out of Dodge mean, right? But Harry and Meghan made the power move to get out of Dodge And now it has worked brilliantly that they are so relaxed in their couple and in their relationship and in their position in the world that they can now move individually without all the PDA and the this and the that to keep people's eyes glued to them. They can just keep the eyes glued by just stepping out. What power? I mean, and look, Meghan is so powerful. Even an earring she wears, she has even said it, can move cells. They know their power, right? And this power couple, and they never said we are a power couple. It is Sky News Australia who's calling them a power couple, but with good reason, because that's what they are. Listen, you guys, that's it for this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.